everybody. Welcome back to Behind the Title. This is the official podcast of Treworgy Baldacci Real Estate Closing Services. I'm one of your hosts, Bobbie Grenier.
And I'm Jessica Mongue, co-host, and we thank you for joining us again today.
We were trying to come up with another quick hit episode, and we thought that this would be a great idea. And we're going to call this one,
Who Should I Call?
So throughout the process, and I'm not sure how other title companies do it, but I always kind of call it this sort of conveyor belt process. So as your file, title, and closing moves through the process, you might be dealing with a different Treworgy team member. So we're going to come up with some different scenarios and let you know who you should call. Let's do number one.
Okay, Bobbie. So number one, I can't attend the closing. Who should you call in that instance?
You should call your processor more than likely. The processor is the person that is going to coordinate that closing, let all parties know where the closing is going to be, the date, time, what they need to bring. So if for some reason you can't attend a closing, contact your assigned processor and you'll know, at that point. And if you don't know, certainly call one of our offices and our receptionist will direct your call.
Absolutely. And the second issue that you could potentially have, maybe there's been a change of circumstance. Somebody lost their job or a spouse that was on the loan lost their job. Who's the correct person for them to contact?
This one is a little tricky because it's not even somebody within Treworgy. Call your lender. If it's a cash deal, that's a different circumstance. We don't need that information. It's your comfort level as far as your financial obligation. If you're using a lender, call your loan officer as soon as possible because a change in job circumstances might not completely trash the deal. So you would want to work that through with your loan officer.
Absolutely. And how about I'm closing tomorrow and I just went in and paid my property taxes. Who's the best person to call in that instance?
Don't do it. Again, you would call your processor. The processor is the person that puts together the settlement statement. That's the financial details of the transaction for your closing costs and any credits that you may be due. That's information that they would need to have to make sure that you're not charged at closing for any final water bill, final sewer, taxes, those types of things. And usually sellers do that with all good intentions, but it will make an adjustment on the settlement statement necessary. So call your processor if you pay your taxes, sewer, homeowners insurance, anything along those lines that we are collecting on the settlement statement.
Thank you. And last but not least, and this could be on a buyer or seller side, what do you call when there's a title issue that you are just becoming aware of?
So you should call our title department. And now I know that's kind of a broad answer, but every office has a title department and generally several attorneys that work within that title department. And they all kind of specialize in something different. So the first contact would be one of our receptionists, asked to speak with somebody in the title department. And from there, we can assess what the title issue is. Sometimes you may think it's a huge issue and it's a matter of getting a release or handling something, getting some underwriting approval from one of our 3 underwriters that we write title insurance with. So any title issues will eventually go into the title department and be handled by one of our many title attorneys. And you can always get there. You can always start with the receptionist. But if you have a better idea of who you're actually ultimately looking to speak with, that does maybe create a little less angst in having to deal with whatever you need to discuss with that party.
And we just wanted to thank you again for tuning in for a little quick hit today.
Quick hit. So again, where can they listen to Behind the Title podcast?
Please like and follow us on Spotify, Apple Music. You can find the videos on YouTube. What am I missing, Bobbie?
Audible. Did I say Audible?
No, Audible.
Audible,
Yes.
Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. I think you got the rest of them. So yeah, your support means everything to us. It's going to be what keeps this podcast going. And we appreciate it so much. So if you would rate the show, like the show, follow the show, and share the show, we would be forever grateful. So thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Behind the Title, the official podcast of Treworgy and Baldacci Real Estate Closing Services with your hosts, Bobbie Grenier and Jessica Mongue. Remember, this podcast is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only and not intended as legal advice. Please remember to follow and rate the show and share this episode with a friend.